Hi, my loves. So, let me tell you guys basically what happened was I'm reading The Right Move and I planned on getting a video out to you guys this week, but I haven't been updating y'all. So, I think what I'm gonna do is put all the rest of the books in one big long vlog that'll come after I finish them. So, right now, while I'm trying to still get content out for you guys, I think I'm just going to do like TBRs. Well, not TBRs, but like making books that I want to read kind of videos. So right now I do talk about all the literary fiction and fantasy books on my shelf, plus I've brought in a couple nonfiction self-help, but I did end up picking a fantasy book, and I hope you guys enjoy listening to me yap because I had a lot of fun. So yeah, let's get into the video. I'm going to take you guys through what I'm going to read next, which might be next like after I finish The Right Move, or might be next like right now. But I'm gonna take you guys through all the fantasy literary fiction, and that's about it. I have three on my shelf, self-help books too, and then I have nonfiction books, and then I have one that I want to borrow from a friend. So those are two, but yeah, I'm not going to talk about romance, but I'm talking about everything else on these, my beautiful, beautiful shelves. So starting out, I have Light Lark by Alex Astor. I bought this on a whim at Target because I was at Target for some reason, and I was like, I'm buying a book. So I bought Light Lark. I've heard mixed reviews about this book, so I don't know if I'll read it, but I've heard it's good, but I also heard it's not good. So we'll see how that goes. And then I have the entire Mortal Instruments series, the Shadowhunters Mortal Instruments series. I'm obsessed with the show. Like, it is a mini obsession of mine. I have read the first book, and you can tell I have read the first book because the spine is so cracked. It's so sad, but I love it. I love her. She's baby girl. She's also been beat up because she's been in my backpack before, but like, that's sad to me. But yeah, anyways, so we have them. I have The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna, which is a historical fiction about, I believe, World War II Germany. I've heard really, really good things about this, but I'm such an emotional human being to begin with, and I know a lot of people cry with her books, and this, I can't. So, yeah, we're gonna read this. I also like World War II Germany is like one of my favorite things to study, and maybe it's because I'm German, like I'm half German. So, you know, like reading about it is really interesting to me, not really intriguing to me. So I've always wanted to pick up this book. So maybe that's what I'll pick up now. So, yeah. This is a romance book, and this is a romance book. I have the Percy Jackson books, but I don't think I'm gonna read those because I just don't want to. I have The Book Thief, which I also don't think I'm gonna read because I just don't like it. Like, I read part of it for school and then I gave up. Like, there's a reason it's DNF'd. I have the entire Acotar series. The only book I have read is the first one, so I can always read the entire Acotar series. I also have Assassin's Blade, which is the first, third, or fourth book in the Throne of Glass series, depending on how you look at it. I intended on reading it first, so that's why it's the only one I have. I have Kingdom of the Wicked, which is my boy Josh's best friend recommended this to me. I read part of it, DNF'd it. Bought the book, read part of it, DNF'd it. So we have it here now. We'll see how that goes if I read it. I want to read it, but yeah. So Kingdom of the Wicked. I want to read the whole series. I have Fourth Wing, which I really, really want to read, and I really, really want to read the whole series. But I'm also really bad about like wanting to binge books and binge a whole series, and I know the series isn't complete. Like, I know this series isn't complete, but like I like this. I think I can wait, but like this one I've heard like big and on such big cliffhangers that literally I can't. Plus, I'm such an emotional reader, and I've seen like so many people on Book Talk, BookTube, Book Everything cry to these books, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm emotionally ready for that. Plus, my cousin loves this series. So I feel like if I read this and I don't like it, she'll be like, oh, did you read blah, blah, blah? And I'll be like, yeah, I didn't like it. And she'll be like, what? So, but I bought this one at my school bookstore because it was really pretty and it has the dragons all along the edges. And now I really want the Iron Flame in the same style, so. I mean, I think it'll be good, right? Like, y'all think it'll be good. Well, those of you who haven't read it, y'all think it'll be good, right? So, hopefully back there. I think this is all romance. Yeah, this is all my Elle Kennedy, and I have a Abby Jimenez book over there. I have Shatter Me and Unravel Me. You guys can't see that. I have Shatter Me and Unravel Me down here. There. I've read Shatter Me, and then I stopped. But I've heard really good things about this series, so I don't know if I'll read it. I have Magnolia Parks, which is a romance, but I also like, I don't know. I have the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, which I've DNF'd at Good Girl Bad Blood, so. I think I'm gonna lift books now because that's the end of like the series I have, I think, that aren't romance books. I have Firefly Lane, also by Kristen Hanna. Yes, my two Kristen Hanna books are not together. They found space on my shelf. That's about how they got to the places they are. But I've got Firefly Lane by Kristen Hanna. So, yeah. My mom loves the show. So, and she's like, oh, you'll love it, blah, 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 blah. So, I don't know, but, and I've heard really good things about that one. I need to clean. My plan tomorrow also is to clean, so. I have Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I've heard good things about this book. I've heard bad things about this book. I've heard mediocre things about this book. So, I've heard it's not the best literary book in the world, but I don't read books for God tier writing. I read books for vibes, and if this book has the vibes, I will heavily fuck with it. So, yeah. I also get really, really nervous when the books have a lot of chapters, especially like fantasy books. Like these guys scare the shit out of me because I get so like I don't know. I don't lock in, but I lock in certain bad ways, and it's really hard for me. And like when you sit there and you're flipping through pages, and like this book, without spoiling it for myself, has 69 chapters, including the epilogue. Like, that's terrifying to me. But also, I really want to read it, so I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, boo, boo. So yeah. No, the summer I turned pretty, no. I have my really pretty, the summer I turned pretty books down here. I have a self-help book. It's Don't Believe Everything You Think. I bought this when I was having a really bad time mentally, and then I started reading it, and then Josh saw what it was and was like, are you okay? And we had like a whole conversation about my mental health, and I feel better now. But I want to read this. I want to let it soak in, so I have this one. I have Caraval by Stephanie Garber. I also really want to read the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy, Stephanie Garber. But I don't have that one. I have this book. So I think my little brother picked it out for me, so. I have, these books are gonna fall. The Fifth Wave, which is so beat up. It's not even funny. But I got this one from a school donation for our after school program for the elementary school, and the teacher was like, yeah, no, I don't think this is a good like thing to have here. So she gave it to me. She like wrote in it like, love you, you know. 524, really? Maybe 524. But yeah, I have these books. Need to not fall, but then we're gonna have it. I have Assistant to the Villain, which I've heard is really funny, and like a lot of these are romantasy, but like I want something like. But this, I've heard this one's really funny, and there's 2 other books out now. But yeah, Josh bought me this. Josh bought me this when he bought me Lights Out, so I have, and then I have on this shelf, The 5 Love Languages of Children, which is a psychology book that I bought from Hobby Lobby, which I think is also very like, Christian coded, but we love that. So yeah, I also over there, which I don't feel like walking over there, I have the whole Hunger Games series except for this one, which we're giving a break from because I can't. I have Mockingjay, Songbirds and Snakes, and Sunrise on the Reaping. I also have The Cruel Prince, and I have the Imaginary Friend, the horror book. Now, I don't know if I'm going to read the horror book, however, I think I'm going to, I don't know, I am so indecisive, I don't know, I'm going to ask Alexa to pick a number. Alexa, pick a number.
A random number is 1.
Really? Alexa, pick a number.
A random number is 9.
Okay. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I didn't like that. I don't want to read that one. I'm in between the Nightingale and Fourth Wing. Alexa, flip a coin.
Okay, flipping. It's tails.
Alexa, pick a number 1 through 3.
There's a number between 1 and 3. It's 3.
You really want me to read Fourth Wing? I went from I want to read Nightingale or Fourth Wing to I want to read Nightingale, Fourth Wing, or Court of Thorn and Roses, and both times it picked Fourth Wing, so we're reading Fourth Wing. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated and go follow all my things to see my updates and how I feel. So yeah, that's all I got. I think it's gonna be a really short video, but I just wanted to feed something, and yeah, wish me luck both mentally and physically. I don't know anything about this book. I don't know anything about half the books on my shelf. I just bought them because people said they were good, so this is gonna be great.